Good morning, guys. I made this for my swim instructors for Georgia Swim School, but it's open to the whole world. So if you need some help, come listen to me. We'll chat about it. My name is Neva Nicole. I am the host on Navigating Neva, but I am also the owner of Georgia Swim School. My card. Boom. Anyway, I always try to have a positive outcome, but not always do the parents want to sail on the same ship we're on. So we put the children's safety and ours at our top priority. And sometimes that just doesn't work well with mom's schedule. And we have to be patient. We have to remember this is the first time mom is alive and the first time mom is momming. So the day just could be a little bit much for her. So I put together this little PowerPoint that I want to go over this morning. Hope it helps you. We're going to call it model communication that redirects negativity while reinforcing policies and child first values. So come on, take some notes and let's go. Where's my little thing? So we're going to lead with safety and care. That is always the reason we're here. We're here because we want zero drownings. We're here because we want your child to be safe. I'm here because I want you, my instructors, to be safe. So our safety is our number one priority. After that, the child's safety and well-being is my top priority. We teach child-led classes, Montessori-based. We're not causing any negativity, any harm, none of that. So we need to make sure that our child feels safe the whole time, and we need to remember that throughout the lesson. And it's not just today in the lesson. If we're a water safety instructor, we need to model good behavior all the time. So speak to the child in front of the parent, and this is paramount. So a lot of instructors have parents go away. I don't want that. Does mom need to be out of sight, out of mind? Yes, sometimes mom does. And mom can absolutely step inside, walk outside the fence, and she's still there, but child thinks mom is gone. That's different. This is when we're talking to the child or the parent, we want the child in front of the parent. If we're saying something that's important, the child's not in control of their life, the parent is. So it's paramount that the parent hears what you're saying. So this models correct framing without direct confrontation. Never blame. So we never want to say something about somebody else in any way, even if we know who the message came from. So for example, we don't want to say, Miss Stacy won't let you. That's not what we're looking for. That shifts the authority away and undermines the team's unity, and we want to come in with a strong front. We use languages like, we wait, we stay out of lightning. We stay out when lightning is near. This builds community and a shared responsibility. So we, me, you, mom, dad, all of us together are your safety team. And we are not going to get in the water when it's lightning. We are going to stay inside when it's storming. And this is how we're redirecting that. We aren't going to swim without our friend in the pool. We aren't going to swim without permission. Respect. We're going to be respectful, we're going to be kind, and we're going to affirm. So respectful, kind, and firm tones. So that firm part is key. It sets boundaries while keeping the door open for the parent to understand. So an example phrase regarding lightning. Let's say it's June or it's July, and we get lightning storms every afternoon without fail. We did what the client wanted. We scheduled a lesson on a Tuesday afternoon. And what happens on Tuesday afternoon? Well, the storm rolls in. So sometimes we teach on our own. Sometimes we teach at facilities. Sometimes facilities we teach at have a lightning rule that's different than the other facility. So this facility might have an 8-mile rule and this facility might have a 15-mile rule. We need to know what the rules are for the facility that we're at. But here are some sample phrases we can use. So you're talking to the child, but the parent is there. The parent can hear you. You're going to say, you're right. It is so sunny outside. But even though it looks nice, lightning can still be nearby. We always need to wait until we're completely safe. That way you can have more lessons without anybody getting hurt. So sometimes kids need more than that. Sometimes you can say, look over there. See those storm clouds? So right here it's sunny, but over there we see that the storm is there. We can let them know that that is still close. And Florida and Georgia have a lightning out of the blue. So that means the skies could be blue. We can still get struck by lightning. So if you have a phone, an Apple Watch, whatever you have, it might tell you where the lightning is. Some facilities have a lightning tracker. If you're close to a golf course, they have the same. So we want to help educate the child and let them know what tools we're using. What you can say to the parent in a direct and warm tone is, we follow an 8-mile lightning policy per our insurance and national swim safety guidelines. Even though it looks clear, lightning can travel from far away. And it's really frustrating. I totally get it. But we don't want to take any chances with your child's safety. And it would be really hard for them to argue with that, because I would assume that their child's safety should be a higher priority than me being concerned for their child's safety. They should care more about their child than I do. So I'm making sure we are all on the same team. We don't want the child to get hurt, right? Or you could say something like this. We have to pause anytime lightning is within 8 miles. It's part of our safety agreement and insurance policy. I know other sports use a 15-mile rule. We respect that at our other locations too. But for here, the lightning's 5 miles away. We have to get out of the pool. I'm sorry. Or maybe we could say, hey, I looked on the app and the lightning is within 8 miles of your vicinity or inside that first circle, and that's not safe for me. It's also not safe for you. I don't want to put us in harm. So when parents undermine instructors, so if they're undermining you, we don't want that. So if a parent makes a sacrifice or dismissive comment like, well, Miss Nicole says you can't swim, here's what we're going to do. So you can say to the kid, ignore the parent, talk directly to the kid and say, I wish we could swim right now too. But remember, we're all part of the same safety team. Your mom and I both want you safe and healthy, right? So I know they just put the blame on you because you're the bad guy, because it's sunny and we can't swim. And we're not going to say anything to mom. We're going to talk straight to little Johnny, and that's what we're going to tell him, because we care. So if you want to talk to the parent, you could say, I totally understand it can be frustrating, but we work together for your child's safety. I always want to model respectful boundaries, especially in front of the kids. So you were politely saying, please don't call me out in front of your kid. That's not cool. But you said it nicely. So this is like, what you want to say versus the HR way. But honestly, I've never had a parent argue when I put the safety card out. They're obviously upset. They're frustrated. Their day's ruined. They didn't get their lesson in. Whatever. I get it. And we could say things like, we also offer lessons in the morning, or we offer lessons year round. So when these evening thunderstorms roll in every afternoon, we could avoid this by learning to swim before summer. So if a child is supposed to wait until a parent is present to enter the water, this is something we definitely need to teach. If a child is supposed to wait until a parent is present, you're going to say to the child, because again, we're here for the kid, we're talking directly to the kid. I know your mommy loves swimming with you. She just wants to make sure that you're safe. Let's wait for her, and that's our safety promise. So we always are waiting on mom. We're acknowledging mom. When we're gone, it's just kid and mom anyway. We need to put that back on mom. We're going to say to the parent, we ask all swimmers to wait until a grown-up is with them. It's part of building water safety habits that stick, even when we're both not here. And just a silent plug for Miss Dana. If you don't know who Miss Dana is, she has Swim with Miss Dana. Miss Dana's water safety. She has tons of tools and resources to help you affirm this boundary with your children, that we need to wait. So here are some phrases that you guys can have. These are your instructor tips. You can say, we follow national safety guidelines that don't always match the outside weather. You can also say, your child's safety comes first, even before the lesson starts. You can say, we're a safety first swim program, and that means setting boundaries even when it's tough. We can say, we want to model respectful behavior around rules for the kids. We're all on the same team. And remember, parents aren't always going to love our rules, but we aren't here to win popularity. We're here to build lifelong safety habits. Every time we redirect with kindness, and confidence, we reinforce our values. Let's stop throwing each other under the bus instead of saying, Miss Stacy won't let you. We always wait until lightning is gone or not nearby before we get in, because safety matters to us. That keeps the authority strong and reminds parents who we're protecting their kids. And remember, I'm protecting you. So I hope this was helpful. You know where to find me. And come back for more information.